Welcome back, everybody, to another pomade review. So today I'm reviewing a pomade, a German homebrew that I've been wanting to review for a while. So first of all, I really want to thank the guys down at Pomade Shop in Munich for giving me this pomade, as well as a couple of others to review. I actually shot a whole collaboration with them, a series of interviews, which you can go ahead and check out on their platforms. And as part of this collaboration, they sent me some pomades to review. And today's review is the Womanizer medium. So that being said, I am not sponsored by Pomade Shop or the Womanizer team or anybody for that matter to shoot this video, and all opinions are my own. So let's dive right into it. So this is the Womanizer medium. It comes in blue, unlike their original heavy hold pomades in yellow. And I would say some of the most iconic things, one of the most iconic things about Womanizer, besides the pin-up design on their tins, is the scent. So my favorite scent so far is Mysterious Paintings, which I have on the heavy, which I reviewed a couple of years ago. This one is a very clean cologne scent that I really enjoy, super fresh. But I decided to go with something different for the medium pomade, and chose the Green Sailor, which is a sweeter talc powder, almost floral, slightly lavender-like kind of scent. And just like all the Womanizer scents, this one is a pretty strong scent, but nothing too overpowering or overbearing that'll give you nausea. But it's the kind of good, long-lasting, strong scent that'll last you throughout the day, and gives you somewhat of a pleasant scent wherever you go. So opening it up, you would see this green colored pomade with a good amount of softness in its appearance. And it doesn't look super waxy right off the bat like the heavy hold. And you can see that there's a bit of a sheen to it compared to the heavy, which just looks straight up super waxy here. This is the original heavy, and this is the medium. So you can see the contrast where the original looks a lot more waxy and a bit more dull. There's a bit more sheen and some softness in appearance in the medium. And now I'll do a little scoop out here. And you can see that it just scoops out really easy, just like how a medium should, with a good ratio of grease, oils, and wax. So that being said, it also breaks down super easily, that it almost feels like it's bordering towards light. And you can see the more I break it down, there's more of a shine to it. You can see more of that petroleum jelly sort of look to it, where it doesn't leave a trace of wax, just like the heavy clearly does. So of course it should be super easy to apply to the hair. It just, right after you break it down, it feels like a grease, but not like a super greasy grease. A more slightly dirty feeling, if you know what I mean. But it just feels sort of like a clean, kind of an oily pomade. Now, just applying some more. And as I put on my hair, I can really get more whiffs of the pomade right now. One more tiny scoop, and I'll call it a day. And you can already see the shine that is sort of slightly above a true medium shine in my hair, especially soft dark hair. Now time to slick it all back. Now, slicking it back with my comb, there's hardly much resistance to it. You can't really feel somewhat of a waxy resistance. It is sort of, it feels almost like you're coming through a light. And if you know what I mean, this pomade actually has more hold than it feels. And I'm just going to go ahead and look at my mirror right now. So, yeah, that being said, it kind of feels a bit like you're combing with a light, but it has somewhat more of a true medium hold, definitely not a medium firm. It just has that really nice balance between slight waxiness and greasiness that you want to find in an old school type of medium. And I can tell that they're going for somewhat of a more old school type medium pomade without going too heavy or too hardcore on the greasiness. So there's the controllability aspect. It feels quite light in the hair, but you get a better amount of control than what you would feel with your comb. So that being said, I can build my pompadour really fast with this one. It's just super easy to style with. And because it's not too heavy in the wax, it doesn't weigh your hair down too much. I got some good amount of height, a good amount of volume going on, good amount of body to my pompadour here. Now I'm just gonna fix my pomp a little more, and I'll just do a quick little 360. So the sheen on it, just to give a little more detail, is not exactly sort of a very, very wet looking sheen. It's sort of like a healthy kind of, you would see sort of like a micro wax um, type of looking shine where it's not super whited out like other types of waxes. Am I right in saying there's micro wax in this one? It's just, yep, there's more beeswax and there's micro wax. And here I actually then take a look at the ingredients. But you can see that there is, this is not a pomade that is fully made of beeswax, because beeswax heavy pomades tend to feel more waxy and have more of a whited out sheen, while micro wax softens it and gives more of that petroleum-like shine compared to beeswax. So that explains the really easy handling with this pomade. And so now I'm going to do a quick little 360. I guess I'm happy enough with this. So yeah, that's what the pomade looks like on my hair. Start with the pump, clean part there, bit of the ducktail, and that's how the pomade looks in my hair. So this one definitely is not a light, even though it feels like a light medium, kind of a bit like black and white, except a little less heavy on the petroleum jelly. It sort of feels like kind of a clean version of black and white, if you know what I mean. Because you can tell that, yeah, Germans in the pomade scene, they really like the traditional pomades, and they tend to lean towards the rockabilly look, or are in the 50s subculture. So it's no surprise that there's a lot of inspiration taken from classic pomades. This one does feel like a clean, improved version, contemporary version of black and white, which is a light medium pomade. This one feels definitely more of like a true medium, where it would hold up throughout the day. But you would notice a bit of deflation, even though you get a good amount of volume to start with. But yeah, I do notice I have to recomb probably at least once after a couple of hours, which is quite normal for a true medium pomade. There is not as much movement as you would expect as with a light pomade. And washing it out, I would say it takes about at least 2 or 3 washes without any buildup, and the buildup on it is also super clean. Cleaner than I expected for something that is a slightly greasier, but not too greasy, medium. And yeah, it doesn't feel too waxy. It has sort of like a soft buildup that it can work with. And as with a lot of medium pomades, this always works better on buildup. Even without any buildup, like today, I get a really good pomp, but usually on day 2, day 3, that's when I get the best looking pomps with these. And yeah, I just really like how the buildup works with the Womanizer medium. So That being said, final conclusions, Womanizer Medium is an excellent, excellent pomade if you're looking for something that gives the vibe of a classic pomade, but holds like a true medium with perfect balance in all fronts, really. So a great scent that lasts and lingers throughout the day without being too overpowering or overbearing. A good amount of shine without being super excessive or looking super wet, with just a healthy looking sort of shine and a very clean buildup. So this is really, really an underrated pomade, and there's no English-speaking reviews, and I believe I'm the first to ever review this pomade in an English-speaking video. So that being said, this is actually like one of my favorite, not only homebrews, but German homebrews for that matter, and one of the oil-based pomades that I've been using quite a lot lately in my rotation. So this is an excellent pomade in as we're going towards colder weather between October to December, January, and it's the perfect season, a perfect time to use this pomade. So that being said, if you enjoyed this video and learned quite a bit from it, please leave a like, comment, subscribe to this channel, and click the bell icon so you never miss a single upload from Pomades and Pompadours. And I'll see you next time on this channel.